Conservative New Media viewers, we've got some news from the NBA. Jeremy Lin and the New York Knicks were destroyed tonight by the Toronto Raptors at Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The final score of the game was 96-79 for the Raptors. We'll include several links to stories about this game in the video description below the video player as soon as we can. The first of those links will be to the box score and video highlights of tonight's contest. Commentary and analysis on Jeremy Lin, the Knicks, and this game is coming up in just a moment, but first we'll run through the game details quickly. Also, I want to remind our native English-speaking audience that I will speak slightly slower in this video and in the majority of our videos about Jeremy Lin, so that those Jeremy Lin fans around the world who don't speak English as a first language may enjoy the video as well. Thank you for understanding. This game was close at halftime, with Toronto only enjoying a 3-point edge at the break. Neither team played particularly well in the first half, especially the Knicks. But New York still had a chance to take this game with 2 quarters remaining. Toronto, though, ended those hopes in the third quarter. The Raptors came out of the break with more energy, hustle, and skill than did the Knicks, and by the time the fourth period began, New York was down 17 points and the game was basically over. Shooting guard DeMar DeRozan led Toronto with 30 points. Power forward Andrea Bargnani added 21 points and 17 boards in the win. New York got 17 points and 6 rebounds from Amari Stoudemire. Reserve Steve Novak added 15 points in the loss. Jeremy Lin finished with 6 points and 4 rebounds on 3 of 9 shooting from the field. Lin also had 3 turnovers. More on Lin in a moment. New York falls to 23-25 with the defeat. The Knicks are now tied with the Milwaukee Bucks for the 8th and final playoff spot in the NBA's Eastern Conference. The Bucks won tonight on the road against the Charlotte Bobcats. New York has its 5-game winning streak snapped. The Knicks are now 14-10 in the Jeremy Lin era. The Knicks will face the Detroit Pistons tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Now for my thoughts and analysis on tonight's game, Jeremy Lin and the Knicks. First, this was just one of those games, as we say in English. The Knicks seemed to believe that if they just showed up, they would win this game. Obviously, that wasn't the case. New York shot poorly, didn't play with enough energy, turned the ball over too many times, and ran into a Toronto team that was looking for some revenge for this last Tuesday's Knicks rout victory against them, and that's exactly what the Raptors accomplished tonight. But if you are a Lin or a Knick fan, don't be too discouraged with this result. In a long NBA season, this kind of game will and does happen to every team, even the best teams. Second, after Jeremy Lin's big fourth quarter against the Philadelphia 76ers last game, I said that I felt Jeremy Lin would be a superstar in the NBA, and I still feel that way. But it will take time, and Lin will only become a superstar when he is able to play as he did in the fourth quarter against Philadelphia every night. The difference between good NBA players and superstars is that the superstars are consistently great. Lin isn't at that point yet, nor should he be expected to be at that point. But when Lin is able to perform consistently well, that is when you will know he is becoming a star and a superstar. Lin played 2 great games before the 76ers game, and then he was terrific in the fourth quarter against Philadelphia. Tonight, however, Jeremy just did not have it, as we say in America. Third, I am impressed with how Lin is able to finish at the rim with his left hand. Even though Jeremy needs to learn to dribble better with his left hand, he is able to make layups very well with his left. That is a good thing to see in a young player, the ability to finish with either hand at the rim. Fourth, Lin showed leadership at the end of the first half by pulling the team together near midcourt for a team huddle. New York had been struggling up to that point in the game, and it was good to see Lin exercising his leadership by pulling the team together for a few words. This is another rare trait in such a young player. Fifth, and finally, Lin was picking up Toronto point guard Jose Calderon full court at times in order to slow down Toronto's offense and make the Raptors use more time from the shot clock. Picking up a player full court means playing tight defense on the player all the way up the court, not just from the half-court line until the opponent's basket. Tell us your thoughts on this game in the comments section below. Were you disappointed that the Knicks were not able to keep their Linsanity 2.0 winning streak going? Do you think New York took the Raptors too lightly tonight? Will New York be ready for tomorrow night's game against the Pistons? You tell us below. Also, please be sure to let us know what you thought about this video by clicking on the thumbs up or thumbs down button underneath the video player. Thanks. Finally, we encourage you to come and join the fun on the Conservative New Media Facebook group. You will find the link to the group in the video description. This is NBA expert Paul F. Villarreal, and you're watching Conservative New Media. In our opinion, we are the #1 YouTube channel for Linsanity and Jeremy Lin News. Thank you for watching.